The first time Adrian Valtieri saw Alara after the divorce, he wasn't prepared. He had imagined it 100 different ways, her showing up angry, remorseful, cold, or perhaps even indifferent, but never like this. She stood across the gala hall in a silver gown that caught the chandelier lights like broken stars, looking almost exactly as she had the last night they were together. And yet nothing about her was the same. For a moment he forgot himself, forgot the weight of the empire on his shoulders, forgot the years of silence and the legal documents that had ended what he once believed would last forever. His world narrowed to a single point, her face. And the way it changed when she saw him, startlement, then something like fear, so subtle that anyone else would have missed it. But Adrian didn't miss it. He had learned to read her expressions back when love was simple and life was not yet built on the foundations of billion-dollar deals and newspaper headlines. She once told him he saw her too clearly. Apparently he still did. He crossed the room before he could stop himself. He was good at control, better than most, yet she was always the exception. Alara, her breath caught, and she pasted on a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Adrian, congratulations on the award. Small talk. She was trying to keep things shallow. She should have known better. He never had patience for surface-level pleasantries, not with her. Thank you, he said. I didn't expect to see you here. It's a charity gala. Anyone can be invited. But you weren't anyone when we were married. You hated these events. Her fingers tightened around her clutch. People change, some more than others. She lowered her gaze, breaking the brief intensity between them. I should go. I'm meeting someone. He didn't know why that sentence twisted like a knife, but it did. I won't keep you. I just want to ask one thing. Adrian, why didn't you tell me? She froze. There it was, the question he had held locked behind his teeth for 2 long years. Why had she left without a real explanation? Why had she signed the divorce papers with quiet efficiency, as if she hadn't once whispered forever into his skin? Why had she avoided him so ruthlessly? Why had she acted like the last night they spent together meant nothing? Alara squared her shoulders. We had this conversation already. No, he said softly. You gave me an answer. Not the truth. She inhaled sharply, her composure faltering. This isn't the time. Then tell me when, he challenged. She didn't. Instead, she turned and slipped through the crowd with the grace of someone desperate not to be followed. But Adrian Valtieri had built his fortune on persistence. He wasn't about to stop now. He found her standing alone on a balcony, her arms wrapped around herself as if she were holding in memories that threatened to spill. You always hide when you're overwhelmed, he said quietly. She didn't turn. Please leave. I can't. Not yet. Silence stretched between them, thin as glass. Finally she said, what do you want from me, Adrian? Closure. An apology. I want the truth. What happened that night? I told you. No. He cut in, stepping closer. You said you realized we were incompatible. That you didn't want to live under media scrutiny. That the pressure was too much. But none of that explains what changed between the moment you kissed me goodnight and the morning you were gone. Her breath trembled. He reached her side, searching her profile. Alara, you clung to me that night. You were different, afraid. I felt it, and then the next day you were a ghost. Why? She swallowed hard. Because I had to leave. That isn't an answer. It's the only one I can give. He shook his head. Not anymore. I deserve the truth. She finally met his eyes, and what he saw there wasn't coldness, or resentment, or regret. It was devastation. Alara, he whispered, what did you hide from me? She didn't speak for so long that he thought she wouldn't answer. But then, very quietly, I was pregnant. The words slammed into him with the force of a physical blow. Pregnant. His throat tightened. You, what? I found out the day before the gala that I was leaving for a conference. That night, the night you're asking about, I had taken the test that morning. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to tell you. Adrian stared at her, struggling to breathe. Why didn't you, Alara, why didn't you tell me? Because I lost it. She closed her eyes, shoulders shaking. I lost the baby before I even had the chance to tell you I was carrying it. Adrian's heart stopped. Her voice broke. I woke up in pain. I thought it was nothing at first. I didn't want to wake you. You had meetings in the morning and you'd been exhausted. So I went to the hospital alone. And by the time they saw me, she shook her head, tears slipping down her cheeks. It was over. He reached for her instinctively, but she stepped back. Don't, she whispered. Alara, I couldn't come back and pretend everything was fine. I could barely breathe, and the doctor, damn him, he told me the stress wasn't helping. He said your lifestyle, the constant travel, the paparazzi, the pressure, it didn't give me the best chance. She wiped her eyes with trembling fingers. I was terrified of going through that again. I hated myself for losing what we could have had, and I knew you would blame yourself. He would have, he still did, and then, she continued, voice barely audible, I came home and you were asleep. Peaceful, untouched by any of it, and I realized something, you wanted a family someday. You'd said so many times, and I couldn't give you that. I didn't know if I'd ever be able to. So I made the only decision I thought would spare you more pain. Alara, no, I left, before you could see me break. Before you could see what I wasn't able to give you. He exhaled shakily, feeling as though the ground beneath him had tilted. You should have told me. We could have faced it together. I wasn't strong enough, and you think I was strong enough to lose you without knowing why. Her eyes squeezed shut. I didn't know how to choose the right kind of pain. He took a slow step toward her. This time she didn't move away. Alara, listen to me, he said, voice low. I would have held you through all of it. I would have traded every business deal, every dollar, every award, everything, to be there with you. Losing the baby, that wasn't your fault. And losing you, his voice cracked. That was the only thing that ever truly broke me. She sucked in a breath, tears streaming freely now. I thought you'd rebuild without me, she whispered. You always land on your feet. No, I survived. That's different. She blinked at him, and something fragile flickered in her gaze, hope or fear, he couldn't tell. Alara, he murmured, why come tonight? She hesitated, because I thought I was ready to see you again. I thought I could handle it. And, I was wrong, she whispered. He reached out, slowly, giving her time to pull away. She didn't. His fingers brushed her cheek, catching a tear. Then don't handle it alone anymore, he said softly. She buried her face in her hands. Adrian, we're divorced. That's paperwork. This is us. It's too late, is it? He asked. Because I'm standing right here, asking you to tell me if you still care. If there's anything left between us. She lowered her hands and looked at him. Through trembling lashes. There's everything left. Relief hit him so hard he almost staggered. He pulled her into his arms, and this time she didn't resist. She melted against him, trembling, as if she had been holding herself together only through sheer force of will. He held her tightly, breathing her in, feeling the shape of her against him like a piece of himself he hadn't realized was missing until now. After a long moment, she whispered, I'm scared. I know, he murmured into her hair. But I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere this time. They stayed on the balcony until the lights in the hall dimmed, until the murmurs faded into distant echoes and the world outside slowed to a quiet, fragile stillness. Alara pulled away slightly, eyes searching his. What now? That depends, he said. Do you want me to leave you alone? No. Do you want to try again? Her voice trembled. I do. But Adrian, what if we lose everything again? Then we face it together, he answered without hesitation. No more running, no more secrets, no more protecting me from things that hurt you. She nodded slowly, exhaling like someone releasing years of silent suffering. And you? She asked. What about you, Adrian? What do you need? He cupped her face gently. You, only you. I never stopped. Her eyes softened. They stood there, two people shaped by loss and love and years of silence, now finally breaking it. And for the first time since she left, the world seemed right again. Later, as they walked back inside, fingers intertwined, tentative but certain, Adrian realized the truth wasn't something to fear. It was something to build from. He had found her again. And this time, he wouldn't let her face the darkness alone. Whatever they had lost, whatever they had buried, whatever tomorrow might bring, they would rebuild it together. Because love, he finally understood, wasn't about avoiding pain. It was about choosing the person worth hurting with. And Alara had always been that choice.